What's like one of those things you think you got to do better?
We got
As a defense,
we
I
got
mean,
tackle. We got tackle
okay.
better. We got to take advantage of our opportunities when there's an opportunity to make big plays, and we got to execute within the scheme. You know, the play calls are there. We just, you know, sometimes we're not doing the right things, and you know, what I'm not going to do is go down the road of, well, this was an instance where we didn't execute, or where there were plenty, and everybody had a hand in it, and we got to get better.
Was overtime kind of like a microcosm of that? You know, I mean, of all the stuff that you need to do better.
Yeah, I mean, there was, like I said, everybody took a turn,
Okay.
you know, as a defense. So we just, you know, sometimes a lot of it stays in house, and what guys need to do better, and we're not going to call each other out. We just got to, all three units got to play better. As I said, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, we didn't rush well or anything like that, because I think we rushed just fine.
They kind of get rid of the ball fast too, right? Is that kind of the way that teams have? It looks like teams are doing that.
We have one of the best defensive players in the league. We got a good group of ends up front, and we got seasoned veterans. I mean, we have a good defensive line. Teams are going to do that. They're going to try to chip us, tempo us. You know, that's just the reality, and we have to get better. Even though we're not playing bad up front, we just need to improve.
Does the defense look forward at all to getting back in front of the home crowd this weekend?
For sure. I mean, they help a lot. I mean, but at the end of the day, we can't just be one of those teams that we're like, we'll be great at home and we won't play well on the road. Like, you know, the home crowd helps us a lot, but I would hope we could execute as players with nobody in the stands. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're excited to be at home, sure, but we got to fix our issues no matter what.
The Vikings are obviously a tough team. Do you think beating them could be almost like a turning point for the season, or just like a launching point?
We just need to put 1 week at a time together. I mean, you know, it's too early for turning points. I don't think. You know, I don't really buy into, you know, must-win games. They're all must-win. I mean, at the end of the season, when you look back, you're going to look back at a win or loss here or there and be like, man, it'd be good if we had that or didn't have that. And that's the reality. It's a long season. You know, you look at the four teams that were the final four teams in the playoffs last year, and we've all had our struggles at the beginning of the season. And, you know, I think that's just the way it goes sometimes, and we got to improve a lot. We got to execute better.
To that point, you know, the Vikings are 1-2-1. They were a playoff team last year. Do you think for them this is almost a must-win game? Is there any extra desperation for them? Does that make it difficult on you?
I mean, like I said, for each team, every game is a you know 1 week season. That's the way good teams approach it, and they're a really good team. They've been deep in the playoffs last year. That's just the way it is. So you know, I know both teams are going to be raring to go like we should be every week.